welcome in Pete Lambert from Egg Harbor Township. Good morning, Coach.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you? Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for taking a few minutes. Wanted to get away from this football talk and talk some real football here.
Yeah, hey, so we're at practice right now, so maybe a little windy, but we're coming off a tough loss last night with the Prep. It was a very good team, but I'd love to talk some soccer with you.
Yeah, man, let's talk soccer. You guys have gotten off to a great start. Obviously, a tough loss last night. That's one of your toughest games so far this season. Talk about this team a little bit. I know you have about 14 seniors. You're off to a 5-1 start. First of all, what did that loss do for you guys? Obviously, you're going to work hard in practice today and kind of figure out what you need to work on to face this top-level competition. What'd you tell your guys after that game last night?
We had a long talk after the game. Nothing negative, all positive. We finished the game playing hard. We finally got our possession together and looked like the team that we are capable of looking like and playing like. But moving forward, the guys know now. This is a big Cal team, and this is what the better teams are going to look like in the Prep. We got Millville Monday. We have Mainland Wednesday, so our schedule doesn't get any easier. So I'm happy, not happy with the loss, but I'm happy with the way we finished. And we're at practice right now, working hard. We talked about a lot of things that happened last night, but, the Prep's a good team. And I think it was a little bit of an eye-opener, a little bit of reality check for us. I mean, we're not going to score 9 goals every game. We're not going to score, 7, 6, 5 goals a game. And, we realized that last night. And, moving forward, we're going to remain positive. And we're excited to host Millville on Monday.
Yeah, you mentioned Millville and Mainland and the schedule getting a little tougher. Man, this Cal America division is really going to be fun to watch the next 4 or 5 weeks. You got some really great teams. Mainland's really coming up strong. They got a nice group that kind of came up together last year, got a bunch of varsity experience. They're off to a great start. Millville is always tough, and the Prep and Egg Harbor Township, all these teams are going to kind of be fighting it out for the next 4 or 5 weeks. How fun is that as a coach when you have this kind of thing going on in one division where you have 4 or 5 teams that can easily win the division and you're all kind of scratching and clawing to get to the top?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a little nerve-wracking as a coach, but for the boys, I mean, it's the best competition you want to play. I mean, looking forward and trying to get into the playoffs, especially in Group 4 for EHT, like these are the games we need, to have under our belt and to experience and to learn from. But as far as the conference, man, this is great. These are tough physical teams. They play hard. They play 80 minutes. And I wouldn't even count out like the Atlantic Cities and the Violins gave us a heck of a game. So it's tough. I mean, it's tough in the conference. Once you get into conference play, everybody's gunning for each other. Everybody remembers what happened the year before, the year before that. So it's a lot of fun. We take it one game at a time. We prepare one game at a time, and the Prep, they look good. I know Millville's looking good. Mainland's got a great team. And like I said, not to count out the other guys like Vineland and Atlantic City and ACIT is a young team. So it's a heck of a conference. I'm excited to be a part of it. And, looking forward, we just got to take one game at a time, and, we try to improve every time we step on the pitch.
Talking with Pete Lambert, boys soccer coach at Egg Harbor Township. Coach, when you have a team like this that has 14 seniors, how tough is it to not get them to put too much pressure on themselves? Because they know what they have, they know the talent level they have, they know this is a year they can do some big things. How do you not get them to play so wound up and thinking about what they have to do to win in the playoffs? I mean, you're talking, it's only September 24th. How do you manage the expectations and what these guys want to do down the road with what they have to accomplish now?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, that's the hard part. If I had a degree in psychology, I might be a little better at it. But, I mean, they're kids. They're young. We have 14 seniors. We have a group of guys that have been playing now varsity, 3-4 years. So they realize what they're capable of doing. But again, they're kids. So each game they get all jacked up, they're pumped up, they're overexcited. And, that's where we have to find like a common ground. That's where we need to just relax. I told them before the game, take a deep breath. It's still a game of soccer. It's what they've been doing their whole life. It's what we train for. Just go out there and play. But, again, we're human. They're kids, and they're going to be overexcited. They're going to be, pumped up. So that's the hard part, to try to calm them down, to make them realize it's only a game. Just go out there and play, perform the best you can, compete for 80 minutes, and good things will happen. So, we try at halftime, we try before the game, we talk after the game, we talk at practice today, just to try to calm these, the guys down. We have 14 seniors, so they're all pumped up, and then we have young guys that feed off of that, which is good, but the young guys have to realize as well, it's only a game. Just go out there and play, do the best you can, go through what we practice, remember what we practice, remember what we talk about, and good things will happen. So I love the guys we have from seniors, juniors. We have a great group of sophomores on board. So we're excited, looking forward and moving forward. But again, we talk about a legacy. We talk about what kind of legacy our seniors are going to leave behind. And I'm pretty confident, I think they are, that we're going to leave one heck of a legacy behind this year.
Coach, what did the prep do to neutralize what you guys like to do on offense? You have some pretty creative players there in the midfield and up top. Guys like John Gilleri and Red Zeppi and all these guys. They like to kind of be creative in what they do, and that can be difficult to do when you have really good defenders right up in your face like that. How did they neutralize you guys, and what do you learn from that?
Looking at the film briefly last night, and we'll look at it again today. It seemed like they had two guys on Yanni the whole time, which was, more difficult for him to try to create space. I still think he was dangerous. He's super technical, and he competed for 80 minutes, but, they were shadowing him. I think, we didn't really keep the midfield too well, so there's a little bit of space where we couldn't really capitalize on the counterattack. But overall, I think they played really well defensively. I mean, you look at the paper, you see Yanni's got 14 goals, so, of course, any team's going to key on him. So we try to get balls wide. We try to, stretch them out a little bit. But they were disciplined. They're a well-coached team. They played tough. They dug in for 80 minutes. They got the one goal, and then we knew it was going to be even more difficult to try to, get by their defense. So we tried a different formation. We tried throwing a couple different things at them. And they adapted, and, a good team like the Prep, they dug in, and they were able to answer everything we threw at them. So we're back in practice today. We're going to try, something different moving forward, and the boys are excited. They're having some fun right now. So it was a tough one last night, but like I said, moving forward and looking ahead, we have some things to work on, and I think we'll be okay.
Watch the film briefly, Coach. I think you might have been up till about 2 a.m. watching that film.
Yeah, well, it was tough. I mean, I tried not to, but as a coach, and, it's you watch it, and then you play it back again, and you watch it again. But, as far as I'm concerned, and we'll watch it as a team on Monday, but what I was looking for was, my concern was the spacing. We tried to shrink the field, and we didn't last night. And the Prep, they were subbing guys in 4 or 5 minutes at a clip, and they were just running at us. So, I mean, it is what it is. We got to adapt to something like that. Other teams may try to do the same thing. But, yeah, as far as the film, we're fortunate to have somebody film it and break it down, and we can learn from it. So it's a learning tool. The guys look forward to watching it as well. We're all battling a couple colds and illness right now, but I think we'll be okay.
Coach, real quick before we let you go, we're talking to Pete Lambert, head boys soccer coach at Egg Harbor Township. I want to ask you real quick about this defense, spearheaded by the DeSoy twins, Robert and Alex. Great kids, track stars. They bring a lot of athleticism to the back there. And you have two goalies, Hunter and Matt, who can really they're both, I guess, considered number one goalies. You have a nice choice back there of who you want to start each game. And that defense has really helped create offense by pushing forward, and that's not easy to do sometimes for most high school soccer teams.
Right, yeah. We with the horses we have back there, and Robert and Alex, we have Amir, we have Eric Barnes, and then we have a group of guys coming off the bench who can run, as well. So, I mean, we try to get them involved. I mean, we try to get our backs up involved. They become almost like a flank player, and that's where I think we can be dangerous. So, yeah, those guys have been playing together for a long, long time. They're great leaders on and off the field, and absolutely, we try to get them involved. I mean, Amir's got a goal this year. Eric Barnes has a goal. Robert and Alex are dangerous. So if we can stretch the field, get balls to the flank, and then have them run off it, most teams don't have an answer for guys that can run like that. So, I mean, we don't try to rely too much on their speed, but hey, as a coach, I'll take it. I mean, that's something you really can't coach. It's something these guys, train for year round. They're phenomenal kids, all of them. And track is, it's fun to watch them run around the track. But as far as, on the soccer field, it's something special. I mean, if we have to recover, they make the recovery runs, and not many teams can run with them. So we'd like to get them involved. We'd like to get them, into play. And, as far as leadership, we lean on them. I mean, they're our backbone. We have two great goalies, like you mentioned, Matt Moreno and Hunter Barberi. And they're going to share time because they're both, very good. They both have, special skills, and we're going to utilize them. So, moving forward, we're going to be positive, and we're going to lean on our seniors. Like you said, we have 14 of them. And, we're going to, remember what happened last night. We're going to learn from it and, hopefully put together a good game Monday against Millville.
Hey, not many teams have a 4x100 championship relay team in their back.
No, that's something that, like I said, you can't coach. You're just fortunate to have that group of kids. And, it is something special. So, aside from their ability to run, man, they're great kids, and they work hard. And, the young kids who we have on our team, sophomores and juniors, they feed off of that. So they watch them in practice. They see them in school, and, they learn from it. And, we're pretty excited to have them.
Good stuff, Coach. We're up against the break. Got to let you go, but thanks for taking a few minutes, and good luck the rest of the way. We'll catch up with you later in the season.
Anytime. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, man. That was head coach Pete Lambert, EHT Boys Soccer. We're going to take